In this video, we are going to discuss about the pregnancy and embryonic development. So, how the child develops in the womb of the mother. So, this takes actually this pregnancy or embryonic development takes place after the implantation. That is, here this in the trophoblast, a small finger-like projections which are called as chorionic villi is appeared on the trophoblast. So this chorionic villi is surrounded by the uterine tissue and the maternal blood. So this chorionic villi and the uterine tissue becomes interdigitated. So they becomes interdigitated and form the structural and functional unit between the fetus and the placenta. That is, fetus is nothing but the developing embryo and the placenta, the maternal body. So here the placenta, in the placenta there is a removal of carbon dioxide, that is excretory materials are removed which are produced by the embryo, and at the placenta the oxygen and nutrient supply to the embryo also takes place. And here the placenta is connected to an embryo through the umbilical cord. So this is through which the transport of substances takes place to and from the placenta. The transport of substances takes place by the umbilical cord, and this placenta is connected to the embryo. So this placenta also acts as an endocrine tissue. There are various hormones which are produced by the placenta: HCG, HPL, and progesterones and progestogens and the estrogens. So here when we check out the later phase of pregnancy, relaxin is a hormone. So during the later time of pregnancy, relaxin is secreted, which is secreted by the ovary. So we know that these hormones HCG, HPL and relaxin, which are produced in the women, are produced or secreted only during the time of pregnancy. So only during the time of pregnancy they produce. So during the time of pregnancy, the levels of the other hormones, that is estrogens, progestogens, cortisol, prolactin and thyrosin, increases to it several times. To its normal level it increases several times, and the in the maternal blood. So this increase in the hormones in the maternal blood is essential for supporting the growth of the fetal, then metabolic changes in the mother, and the maintenance of the pregnancy is maintained by this hormones. Immediately after the implantation, the inner cell mass, that is the embryo, differentiates into ectoderm and endoderm, that is the outer layer and the inner layer, and soon after the mesoderm forms as a middle layer. So this inner cell mass consists of certain cells which are called as stem cells. When we take the three layers of that is the ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, it gives rise to all tissue organs in the adults. So the stem cells gives the potency to raise all the tissues and organs. So now the embryonic development at various months. So month wise how the embryo develops. So we know that the human pregnancy starts at the the duration of human pregnancy is about 9 months. So at the end of the first month, the heart in the embryo will develop the heart. So at the end of the second month, the fetus will develop the limbs and digits. So in the end of the 12th week, that is the first trimester, here the major organs of the fetus is formed. So the major organs of the fetus is formed in the first trimester. So in the next during the 5th month, the first movement of the fetus occurs, and the appearance of hair on the head also occurs during the 5th month. By the end of the 24 week, that is the second trimester, here the body is covered with fine hairs. The eyelids get separate, eyelashes are formed here. So at the end of the 9th month, the fetus completely developed and it is ready for the delivery. So this is for under the topic pregnancy and embryonic development. So now parturition and lactation. So here parturition is nothing but the process which tells us the childbirth, that is the delivery of the fetus is called as parturition. So during we know that the average duration of the human pregnancy is 9 months, and this period is called as gestation period. So during this that is at the end of the pregnancy, there will be a vigorous contraction. So this contraction leads to the childbirth, that is parturition. So this parturition is induced by the complex endocrine mechanism, and the signals which are originated from the parturition gives out the fully developed fetus placenta and causes mild contractions, which we call it as fetal ejection reflex. So this fetal ejection reflex triggers the release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary, and it acts on the uterine muscle, which causes strong uterine contractions. So this strong uterine contractions stimulates the secretion of oxytocin. So the stimulatory reflex between the uterine contraction and oxytocin secretion results in the very stronger contraction. So this stronger contraction expels the baby out of the uterus. So this baby comes out of the uterus through birth canal. After the infant is delivered, the placenta is expelled out of uterus. The mammary glands of the female undergo differentiation during the time of pregnancy and starts producing milk. So towards the end of the pregnancy, this is produced by the lactation period. The lactation period is the time in which the milk produced during the lactation period, that is the initial few days, is called as colostrum, and it is it develops the resistance for the newborn babies. So during the initial period of the infant growth, breastfeeding is suggested by all the doctors so that it can bring up a healthy baby. Thank you.